Topping today's news, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force to get a new commander in the coming weeks. The Prime Minister boasts of new job and career opportunities in the energy sector. A new floating dock for the Grand Bahama Shipyard nearing completion, and a member of Parliament for St. Anne's apologizes to the constituency of Angliston after comments made last week. Jcn News. I'm Jcn Saunders. It's a pleasure to have you watching us today. In December last year, after several incidents involving corruption in various law enforcement agencies, resulting in the abrupt resignation of the Commissioner of Police, Clayton Fernanda, Prime Minister Philip Davis announced that he would also meet with Commodore of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, Dr. Raymond King, to evaluate the growing perception of corruption in the Royal Bahamas Defense Force as well. Many believed Dr. King would have also been made to resign. It is unclear if and when that meeting was held, but King has remained as Commodore, that is, until now. Rumors of Dr. King's departure were confirmed on Thursday when Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latrey Raming, reportedly told the Tribune that the Davis administration will not renew Dr. King's 5-year contract, which began under the Minnis administration in 2019. While there has been no official explanation as to why his contract will not be renewed, Commodore King, who is widely respected, holds fast to the claim that the Royal Bahamas Defense Force under his watch has been very disciplined with few instances of corruption or bad behavior by officers or Marines. Raming said a successor will be announced in the coming weeks. However, there are suggestions that the Lieutenant Commander Edward Fritz, who is currently acting commander at the Defense Force, he will become the new Commodore. Fritz is currently the commanding officer of the Commando Squadron Department. During his communication on energy reform in the House of Assembly on Wednesday, Prime Minister Philip Davis expressed his optimism on the many new job and career opportunities that will be created, especially when it comes to solar power and other forms of renewable energy. He said in some instances, training has already begun and the nation's energy future is bright.
BTVI has already begun training young Bahamians to enter the renewable energy sector in preparation for this growth. 1,000 jobs will be created during the construction phase of the reform process, and hundreds of permanent jobs will emerge in operations and maintenance. Our energy future is bright, and it is built on the pillars of renewable energy, modern infrastructure, enhanced efficiency, and improve resilience.
The government recently signed a number of power purchase agreements for New Providence and the Family Islands with Bahamian companies that will produce specified megawatts of electricity using solar power, then feed that electricity that will be stored in batteries into the national energy grid, reducing the pressure on BPL's generators and providing reliable and more affordable energy. According to the Prime Minister, all of the solar, LNG, and mixed fuel systems should be fully functional by mid-2026. The Grand Bahama Shipyard announced Thursday that the first of its new dry docks is nearing completion and on schedule for delivery to Grand Bahama by the first week of November this year. The dock will mark an important stage in the transformation of the Grand Bahama Shipyard and its ability to accommodate all existing and currently planned cruise ships worldwide, as well as a broad range of other vessels. This first dock, named East End, is 357 meters long, 76 meters wide, and capable of lifting 93,500 tons. 93,500 tons. The second and larger dock, named the Lucayan, is also progressing well and is expected to arrive in 2026. Work at the Grand Bahama Shipyard is well advanced and will be ready to receive the first floating dock in November and subsequently go into operations in January of 2026. The floating docks, the project, cost about $600 million and will be among the largest in the Western Hemisphere. And finally, in this segment, Free National Movement Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands on Thursday reflected on the past Easter holiday season and the life and philosophies of the late Pope Francis. He called for a national renewing of spirit and resolve in our politics and a continued good working relationship between the church and the state, something, he said, Pope Francis also prescribed to.
Pope Francis expressed sadness for the great loss we experienced in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. He also spoke of the role of politics in society and the importance of cooperation between the church and state in the promotion of the common good. Pope Francis understood that politics at its best is about making a world and society in which all of God's people share in the goods and fruits of the earth, with accesses to economic opportunity, health care, education, housing, and other goods which uphold and enhance human dignity.
Earlier this week, Dr. Sands and members of the opposition joined government officials in signing the Book of Condolences for Pope Francis at St. Francis Xavier Cathedral. Meanwhile, the FNM Chairman encouraging more Bahamians, especially youth, to get involved in the politics of the country.
But those who seek to build a better society must get involved no matter what the difficulties. Still, it is sometimes too easy to remain on the sidelines criticizing rather than getting involved. And so I encourage young people and others who wish to serve to get involved in the political party of your choice.
Dr. Sands said Pope Francis encouraged those involved in politics to strive for a healthy relationship between church and state in the best interest of the wider community. Pope Francis will be laid to rest during a funeral service on Saturday in Rome, Italy. You're watching JCN TV News. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.